Peace, cosmic family. It's the Orion star seed. Probably can't see me. Oh, you might can right there. I'm outside. You might hear my chickens. They're all around me. Anyway, I just want to give you just a little short story. Probably can, hold on. Probably can see them. Where are they at? It's my chickens. Anyway, about how Spirit gave me a little lesson on selflessness and selfishness. And, what does that all mean? And, well, Spirit showed me. And basically, how Spirit showed me was basically last night, it was raining really, really bad. And me and my fiance had to go pick up his kids because it was his weekend to spend time with his children. And after I dropped my kids off to my mom's house, we had to go pick up his kids. And we went to go pick up his kids. It was raining. It was late. And as we were going to go get his children, the spark plug popped out of the car. Wow. So he's out there in the rain on the interstate trying to fix it. Me and his kids were in the comfort of the truck in the nice heat. They're asleep. And I'm just, YouTubing it out on my phone, just, while he's outside in the cold, in the rain, fixing the car. So we get back to the house. He's laying down, and now I become sick, and I don't feel too well, and I'm laying beside him, and I just really wanted him to just rub my head, and I was like, babe, can you rub my head? And normally, you know how you guys are, you'll just like rub it just a little bit, and then whatever. And I was like thinking to my head, please don't just rub my head, just like 2 little pats, and then whatever, and that's exactly what he did. Then he says, oh, let's watch a movie. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm not a big fan of predominantly black movies. Hey, don't get mad at me, my people. I'm just not. I'm sorry. Like the cheesy black movies, I'm not a big fan of it. He wanted to watch Roscoe Jenkins. Not a big fan of things like that. So he put it on. I said, sure, let's watch it. And what did he do? He went to sleep. I'm not feeling good. My body's in pain. And if those that don't know, I have multiple sclerosis, so that's like something that's common for me. So I wanted him to stay up. He goes to sleep. So now I'm in my feelings. Not thinking about anything else but me. So I have an attitude, right? So he goes to sleep. I finally go to sleep. But I go to sleep with the attitude, right? But I couldn't really sleep. So like around 5:30 in the morning, I'm waking up. Now like I have the sniffles. I'm really not feeling well. My body's hurting. And I'm up. He's sleeping good too, right? And I'm all like, look at him. And I'm thinking everything in my head, like, really, you're sleeping all good, and I'm in pain. So I'm like, you know how us women do, and I'm speaking out loud, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sick. Oh my God, I wish I had some medicine. Oh my God, I wish I had some water. And he even wakes up, and he's all like, you all right? But that's all he said. You all right? And goes back to sleep. And I'm like pissed. And I'm just like, you for real? And I really was sick. Like, no lie. Like, no bullshit. I really was sick. So I'm thinking in my head, how selfish is he? I'm really sick. How selfish is he? And not to mention, just to rewind, earlier that day, like, he loves to give me money. He loves to shop, buy me stuff, and then he'll complain about it later. You taking all my money, burning up all my money. And I kept thinking in my head, you love to buy me stuff, but you would not like to give me the time and effort to give up yourself. You'll throw money at me, but then complain about that, but you won't get up and go get me something to drink so I can take some medicine. You won't take care of me. That's what I'm thinking in my head. I won't say it out loud. I'm very passive aggressive. Like, I'm one of those girls. Like, I'll think it, but I'll never, like, really say it out loud. So I'm, like, in my head just seething on the inside, right? So, so now it's like 6. I still can't sleep. I'm still in pain. And I'm turning the lights on now, trying to look for my medicine. I'm being a butt munch at this point. Like, I'm turning the lights on. I'm upset. And then, so I took my medicine. I finally go to sleep. But I'm, like, seething still. I'm still a little irritated. So then he gets up around 8. And he's all like, oh, the best sleep ever. Oh, my God. Oh, I needed that rest. Oh, boy. Girl, how'd you sleep? So I'm looking at him like, really? Because I finally went to sleep. So he's like, good morning, loud, and just as happy as he want to be. And I'm just like, I finally went to sleep at 6, and he's up at 8, and I'm like, and I look at him, and I'm not a yeller. I don't fuss. So I was like, I just went to sleep. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry I woke you up. Ugh. And he leaves the room, and I'm like, don't come back in this room. Don't come back in this room. And what does he do? He comes back in the room. And I'm like, fine, I'm up. Right? So now but I don't say that because I'm passive aggressive, right? So I'm just like smiling, but on the inside I wanna punch him in his face. So then I get up, I go outside to the car, and now I'm in my pity party. Like, he just doesn't care about me. He's so selfish. He doesn't care about my feelings. You know, it's easy to just give somebody money and buy them things, but it's harder just, to give of their time and give up, of their energy. This is what I'm thinking in my head. I'm not saying this out loud, right? So I'm sitting there having my little pity party to myself, right? And I'm crying to myself this morning, like, nobody cares about me, woe is me. And Spirit says, okay, that's fine. But what did you learn from this? And I'm like, really, Spirit, can I just not have my moment? Can I just not cry it out and have my moment? And Spirit says, no, you can have your moment. I'm not saying you're not wrong, but what did you learn from this? So Spirit took me back to when I was a kid. Don't you hate when Spirit does that? And reminded me of when I was a child. And I remember when I was a child, that's how it was when I was a child. I wanted my mom's attention so badly, and she had to work a lot. It just was what it was. And my father, he was what he was, but my mom had to work because of who he was. And she worked a lot of hours, and I just wanted her attention so bad. I'm about to cry just thinking about it. So bad. And but what she would do is on the weekends she would rest. So I would be like, mommy, let's watch a movie. Mommy, let's go to the park. Mommy, let's do this, let's do that. So instead she was like, here's some money. Go to the mall. Here, go to your friend's house. Here's this, here's that. Just go so she can rest. And for a long time, I dealt with that. And I kept thinking, I would rather have your attention than to give me all this stuff, all these toys, these treats, these trinkets. I would rather have had your time. And then Spirit said, okay, how did you feel about that? And I said it to myself on the inside, and I said, I would rather have had her attention, her time. It's so easy for people to just give you something than to give you your time. Okay, Spirit said, okay, but think about why she couldn't give you her time. And I said, well, she had to work a lot. And then when she would get home, she would be so tired. And Spirit said, okay, well, now think back on Jason. He had to work all week. You stay home because of your illness. You can't work. And the only time he can rest is on the weekend. Not to mention he had to go get his children this weekend. And the car broke down. Did you go out there to help him? No. He had to go out there and fix it himself. In the dark. In the rain. He was tired. And Spirit said, I'm not saying that you're not right for feeling the way you feel. Yes, people should give up their time and their energy to people to show them how they care. Because it's really easy to just say, here, take this instead. It's harder to give up your energy of your time. But ask yourself, why? And I said, man, Spirit, really? Really, Spirit? So Spirit says, no, you can have your moment. You can think the way you feel, but you got to ask yourself why. Man. So I had to eat on that for a little bit. I really did. I had to eat on that, and I had to think about that. And sometimes it does go back. When we have these moments of, where we feel hurt, where does it come from? Think about your childhood. Where does it come from? And then fast forward to that moment of why you feel the way you feel at that moment. And ask yourself, okay, but why can't they fulfill that emotional need at that moment? Sometimes it's not going to be an easy answer. I was lucky to be able to get an easy answer at that moment. Some moments aren't going to be that easy. Some people kind of need therapy, counseling to get to that level, to that point. But some can be answered that easily. That's why I named this recording Selfishness and Selflessness. Selfishness and Selflessness. Because ask yourself, is your emotions validated? they may be very well validated, but where did it come from? And ask yourself, what can you learn from this emotional state? So I had to go back to my fiance and tell him why I was in such a funky mood and apologize to him for my funky mood. And we talked about it and we laughed about it. And ironically, he said, you know what? You're right, Karen. I do need to give up my energy more than just, hey, here's this ring that I gave you. Here's this, you know, this trinket or whatever. He says, but sometimes, baby, I am tired. And I need to respect that and understand that and look outside myself and stop being so selfish too. We are human and it's okay. It's okay. Even I, myself, like I always said in my videos before, we wrote our own soul contract for our learning. We are here to learn. We are here on this earth in this dimension to learn. So every experience that you experience in this dimension, if your eyes are awake and you have breath in your body, everything that you go through, ask yourself, whenever you are hurting, or whenever you're in pain, or whenever you're mad, or whenever you're sad, or even when you're happy, what did I learn from this? Because that's the whole point of being here in the now. Peace and love, family.